it is the day after Monday, so you know what that means, a Monday Night Raw review. So let's start off with the Hulk Hogan return, the Hulkamaniac, the legend. So, when it was first announced that he was returning, I was on the fence about this because one, I don't want to see him in the ring. He's old. I don't want to see him in the main event of WrestleMania. I don't want to see him do a leg drop. I do not want to see any of that. I want to see Hulk Hogan host the show. And I'm really happy the way they handled this return. I mean, back in the day when somebody returned, there were no announcements. So I really wish that he just showed up and nobody expected him whatsoever. But since they put it on the website, they completely ruined that surprise. But still, I really like the fact that he's back in WWE where he belongs, because his run at TNA was not that good. They lead into Del Rio versus Batista. And I really do not like that. I do not like that match at all. They did it again. Again. We already saw it last night. We don't need to see any more. And I really hope... I don't want to see Del Rio and Batista meet face to face anymore, because that feud was so pointless. And you know what? That match was ass. And apparently Batista got injured, according to dirt sheets. So I hope we don't see Batista for a long time to come, because number one, I did not want him to return to begin with. And I'm not one of those internet marks that said I want him to return and now they're booing him. So no, I'm not one of those people. Up next is Big E versus Cesaro. I really like the way the match was handled. There were some good spots. Big E had some good spots. Cesaro had some good spots, and I'm overall pleased with the match, and I give that a 8 out of 10 because that was a really good match. Okay, the John Cena promo. John Cena used Hulk Hogan as a quick pop, you know? I did not like this promo. I do not like the way John Cena just comes out night after night after night without a feud and just talks, because that's when John Cena is at his weakest, because he does not have the best mic skills. He used to, but not nowadays, and I think he needs to take a long hiatus from the wrestling industry. But Christian versus Sheamus. Now, like I said in my Elimination Chamber video, I really wanted Christian to win the Elimination Chamber because his best work was in WWF, WWE, and he had a couple of good matches back in WCW. And it amazes me how Christian is such a veteran in the WWE, and they treat him so badly. So I really think it sucks that they don't treat Christian with the respect that they deserve. And Sheamus was very good last night, I have to say, until he got eliminated. So, and Sheamus was one of my picks for the Elimination Chamber. But overall, Christian versus Sheamus was a good match. Okay, Daniel Bryan versus Kane. I do not like this feud. I really hope they end this feud at WrestleMania, or it's gonna lead into a SummerSlam thing. I really don't care, but I don't like Daniel Bryan versus Kane. And you know what? I don't care. I'm not tuned into that. I like Daniel Bryan. But I do not like Kane so much anymore. The fucking Emma versus Santino dance-off. They did it again. But this time, this ended in Emma and Summer Rae actually wrestling. They were wrestling. And Emma was actually very impressive. And I expect to see more from Emma in future matches, which I was very happy with, by the way. Okay, the Usos versus the New Age Outlaws. It was not that great of a match. It was a very short match, but the Usos picked up the win because I believe the New Age Outlaws were cutting a promo or something, and then the Usos hit Road Dogg with a kick to the face, and then they got the win. Too bad they couldn't do that at Elimination Chamber, though, right? Okay, now there's the promo with the Shield and the Wyatts. I know this is gonna be explosive, and that was the best match of Elimination Chamber. So I really hope we see the Bray Wyatt versus Roman Reigns, and tonight's match proved that would be an epic match for Mania. Put that in a steel cage, and you got yourself some seats in Mania. So let's end it off with the return of Undertaker. See. Now we all expected The Undertaker to return tonight. But the people who are not in the know, for the people who do not read dirt sheet sources, this probably was a damn shock. It was a shock, and I knew he was going to be there that night, to me. Because of the dark entrance, the fire coming up, and I liked how they set up the match. They set up Undertaker's return earlier by getting out Brock Lesnar's return. A lot of people returned today. But the way they just led into Undertaker's return was so damn good. I am hyped to see WrestleMania. I really want to see Brock Lesnar versus The Undertaker. Back in my first videos, I said WrestleMania is not looking that good for this year. But now I changed my mind. Because right now the cards for WrestleMania, and I'm hearing it's about to be Triple H versus Daniel Bryan at Mania, I think this might be one of my favorite Manias, depending on how the cards end up for next week. The only match I do not like is the Batista match. So I am really excited for WrestleMania 30.